Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. The second one, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version of Words of Grace available along with a link in the description box that if you click it, you can preview it for free and see a good chunk of the first part of it, including the table of contents. You will see it is mostly divided into chakra chapters. There are chakras in this reading. You might find it of benefit. The original version, however, of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, and the only place to find spell ingredients on the internet at the time of this timeless recording, well, that would be over on patreon.com/drawing the circle in our digital shop. We've got audios, we've got videos, we've got ebooks, all available. You don't even need to be a subscriber to shop. Some of my subscribers, however, do get those audios, videos, and ebooks as part of their benefit package is what they call it over on Patreon, but the majority of my subscribers get 3 things in common. They get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link where we chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a spiritual practice, something to send us on our way. Best way for me to start the day, considering what I do for a living. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship based, as well as they get a significant discount when it comes to booking me for private sessions, spiritual counseling, readings, and all that stuff. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. If you want to hang out, I'll chat about that a little bit more. You can follow us for free, putting out more and more content for my free followers. The subscribers get to see it too, as well as you can 7-day free trial us over there as a seeker or a human. Jump out the last day if you like, it's fine. And then follow us for free because it's a lot of fun, and I love it. It's the best thing I've ever done for my work, career, and vocation, though this is a true love timeline reading because I love what I do and I do what I love. So, woo, if you feel so called, so drawn, click the link, check it out, look at the menu, go shop if you like, and come Patreon on Patreon because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. That's so much simpler, right? Hi, my Scorps and Crosswatchers. We're going to do a little explanation before we get into the divination for the new Scorpios and Crosswatchers. Feel free to jump ahead if you like, although we added a new card to this series. So welcome if you are new. The True Love Timeline is the path of true love, the hero's journey through your relationships, your spiritual awakening, your healing journey, whatever you want to call it, because our relationships are the means through which most of our lessons are learned, right? So that we can learn to make third eye, the truthful, right? Heart chakra, loving, throat chakra choices and decisions, most loving, wisest, most empowered choices and decisions we can in our relationships, moving us to a more truthful, loving timeline than a illusionary, fearful timeline, if you want to do the exact opposite of that. And as we do that, all of our relationships change because we are the common denominators in all of our relationships. So whether this is romantic or not, it doesn't matter, because shift one a little bit, heal one a little bit, you shift to a more true love timeline and you get better versions of people, or sometimes people just disappear. It's easier than banishing, quote unquote. It's simple. Need not apply easy. Course in Miracles. So we are going to use 8 cards. We're going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the heart, third eye, crown chakras, internal, goddess deck, feminist deck. Past, present, future, simple timeline, right? We're not, it's not 10,000 cards like in the Path of True Love readings with extended. We will then look at the lower 3 chakras, the masculine dynamic with the mythic tarot, lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world, you looking at yourself from the outside, you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, cross-watchers, oftentimes the readings about the cross-watcher, but in relationship to, in this case, the Scorpio, so we'll get 3 of those. All face down, those first 6, right? So we will not see them. Once they are down on the table, we will look at the past, the present, and then the future. And then we will get one Whisper of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle, dedicated, consecrated, whatever you want to call it, to the higher selves of all involved in your true love timeline, obviously yourself as well. There are romance cards in that deck, and we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, right? To give you something to focus on. These mantras work if you work them. Yeah, this is all about healing, right? So loving yourself, healing yourself, supporting yourself, having compassion for yourself holographically helps everyone. And that's why I do these simpler versions, right? Because as one of us makes a more loving, wise, empowered choice or decision, we shift to a golden, loving, true love timeline and take everybody else with us. But then again, some people, we all have free will, right? So some people will not opt for that, and they will move out of your life. It's just how it works. So I guess that's about it for the explanation. Let's get down into the divination. The shift from one to the other happens in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do anything within my power to help anyone navigate the path of true love and the true love timeline, for the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, and the true love that breaks all curses, societal, ancestral, and otherwise, moving this whole planet to a planet of true love. So every time we do this, we anchor truth, love, true love into the Earth's electromagnetic field, but has to come through us, which is a beautiful thing. So I think that's about enough. Let's shift to the divination in the still point. Ready? Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, 3 cards face down, past, present, future, simple timeline. For the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Where have they been? Internally, internal, heart, third eye, crown. Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. Where are they? Heart, third eye, crown. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the true love timeline for this timeless read? Like I said, we're not going to look at those yet. We're going to get these 3 down, and then we'll flip them past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs, in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world. For the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Where have they been? Where are they now? Ooh, they're being very clear-cut. And where are they headed if they do their best? Nobody nails it 24/7, 365, every day of every lifetime. But if they make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, where are they headed in the true love timeline for this timeless true love timeline read? Let's see, where you been? Well, this is not the first time this has come up. We'll get there. On the inner, you've got a court card, the Pisces card, Mami Watu. Mutable water, the Maiden of Cups. This would be the Knight of Cups in traditional Rider-Waite based tarot. Now, when you have a court card on the inner, if you have any planets in Pisces, I do. I am a Pisces moon. This ain't my read, though. So certainly there is a lot of changing emotions, mutable water, mutable, changeable, right? Like the ocean, waxing and waning and ebbing and flowing and all of that. If you don't have any signs in Pisces, have a look at your natal chart, try and get it done with the rising if you know the time you were born, and see what house it's in. Like I have it in the 8th house, Scorpio. It's a bit much, right? So in the past, there are a lot of emotions, and with Pisces, I know these aren't technically fish, but it's dolphin and shark, right? You know, right? Guppy and barracuda, right? And if you're an empath on top of that, certainly there's a lot of emotion that was going on here. But with the Ten of Cups on the outside, this is my true love card. In the Mythic Tarot, this is the final union of Eros and Psyche. Eros, the son of Aphrodite, and Aries, the god of romantic love. That's where we get the word erotic from Eros. And Psyche, who started off a mortal princess, but here is elevated to goddess, right? Psyche, the Greek word for both butterfly and soul. That's why the word psychic, I have issues with how that word has been used for the past 30 years or so, right? Because it means of the soul, right? A psychic. So definitely a good card, right? It's like so hard to see the Ten of Cups as something horrible, but I will say it is a fulfillment of a cycle of water. So whatever was going on emotionally here, this might have lit you up, or you might have had, if you're looking at yourself, an experience of true love. Because all the talk in the world about what true love is, the poetry, the true love stories, right? Most of our movies sort of work that way. Well, true love conquers all. Great, right? Oh, Princess Bride, just off the top of my head. So, you know, but it's the experience of it. It blows away all reason, right? True love is unreasonable. Not that true love is unreasonable. The gods don't truck in reason. They truck in purpose, which we sometimes see after some time has passed. Location, location, location. So, where are you now? Ooh, okay, this makes sense. On the inner, you got an air card, the 9 of Blades. The key word written here is criticism, but it need not necessarily be nitpicky. All the arrows are pointing inward. Think critical writing, critical math, critical care, right? It's focus. It's like intense focus. Now, 9 of Blades in Rider-Waite Tarot, unless you're unfamiliar, it looks like this. Right? It could be a lot of overthinking, but it can mean an intense focus. And with the Hermit right now, you ain't talking much about anything, but you are feeling very intensely. When it's a major arcana card, the way I read chakras in a quickie read like this, not so quickie, always a longie, it usually brings together the chakras in that zone. So I would say right now, your lower 3 chakras are giving you pretty accurate information, but how you interpret it in your third eye is going to make the difference. And that's why pull back, right? Pull back, take time for the self. I'm not so afraid of the Hermit card. I'm a Virgo. It's often called the Virgo card. And in Greek mythology, this is Kronos, father of the Olympians. Talk about cannibalism, right? Eating your own kids. You know, Zeus stole his sickle, which he's got there, chopped something off, threw it in the ocean, and his other brothers, Poseidon and Hades, helped in that too. So, you know, this is not necessarily a talkative thing. And Scorpios, if we are to be honest, I feel like I know 10 billion Scorpios, hi Pam, and depending on your other planets and all of that, your rising in particular, how are you expressing yourself? Usually you guys keep it secret and keep it safe until you are ready, if ever, to share. So keep an eye on terms of critical thinking and critical thought, right? To get that there is always a higher truth, and the Hermit is a highly spiritual card, but one of introspection and reflection. Now, I will say, if that's not what you're relating to right now, major arcana cards are archetypal, symbolic places in our lives, not literal places, although could be if you're in a monastery or, you know, an ashram or something, but I hope you're getting good Wi-Fi. But it can be you're in a place in your life right now of deep internal introspection, right? Really looking at things with a critical eye, but be careful because you're coming from that place in the past of this emotional stuff. So hopefully you are seeing clearly, like, don't forget the love part of the truth, love and empowered choices and decisions. Where you headed? Well, this is pretty wonderful. You've got the Witch, which is the magician in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the alignment of fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. You know, we're used to seeing the John Travolta, Danny Terrio, as above, so below thing there. I think I did that the wrong hand, so it's okay. This is about alignment. This is about having everything that you need. Heart, third eye crown coming, right? Fire, earth, air, water, spirit, all coming together here for the Nine of Cups. Now, this is the card, obviously, that precedes the Ten of Cups. There's a whole there is a video in the description box, a YouTube video that somebody made, sort of like a comic book panel by panel telling of the myth of Eros and Scorpio. I always include it when I do true love reads, because it is a true love story. And she literally went to hell to get her man back, right? She had to run some errands for her mother, Aphrodite. Got to go pick up some rapid wrinkle repair from Persephone in the underworld. She had lots of help along the way, like ants and stuff, like Adam and the ants helped him, you know, goody two-shoes. And of course, Nine of Cups is that self-love. It is not quite the 10. Your cups may not overflow, but definitely it makes sense coming from the Hermit in the present moment here, really coming into alignment, maybe even embodying that aspect of true love where you know you're good. Now, Matt Kahn deck will be our last card down, but he said along, I don't remember exactly where he said it, one of his videos, that, and this is how I interpret it, that I can love myself enough so that no one else has to. Right? It's like, you go ahead. Your pain is your pain. Yeah, I may be an empath. I may be feeling it, but I'm okay. Right? It is a card of wish fulfillment. It is a card of strong stabilization. And you have to admit, with the Nine of Blades before it on the inner, why wouldn't it lead to a Nine of Cups moment on the outer? Now, minor arcana for me are things that happen, right? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But in the physical world here, going from the 10 to the 9 is not a demotion. Particularly that this timeline could be 10 years ago, today, and next week, right? It's general reads, what are you going to do? Which is why I love doing private readings, because we can really go deeper and get some more detail to a general read. But with the Hermit and the Witch there, your only two major arcana cards, your only court card, Pisces in the past, a lot of water, right? Some air and some spirit and some water there. This feels right on target for a Scorpio read. So the deeper you go now and really look at things, right? Look at your belief system. Look what you think about love, right? What you think about your relationships and all of that stuff. And that is going to bring you to that Nine of Cups where either a wish is fulfilled and or, I should say, you really get to that place of, no, I'm good, right? Like the Nine of Pentacles, the lady with the falcon, right? The hooded falcon there. It's like, she's good. She'll get to the 10, but she is in no rush. So, let's ask the higher selves of all involved. The Whispers of Love Oracle, Angelo Hartfield. I love this deck, and this does have some romance cards in it. So, let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves. Override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed to help them travel the path of true love in this true love timeline for this timeless true love timeline reading. Look to your inner strength, Hermit. Hermit, Nine of Blades, point of power is always in the present moment. You are stronger than you realize. Now look, that's the thing. There is a realization here, and this can certainly be emotional strength waiting for you, but you're coming from the Ten of Cups. Now, 10s can often be tribal, right? Lots of people. So this could be family, this could be friends, this could be whatever, but your heart moved, right? Some emotion moved within you. Again, cross watchers take that as it comes. So to look to your inner strength, you can't do that while thinking about everything else in the outside world, right? So that says a focus, really look to your inner strength, because our inner strength is of the soul, the immortal soul that does every lifetime reincarnationally in a linear trajectory, but your higher self experiences them all simultaneously. That's a level of multitasking I would really love to master. Well, I have my higher self because that's how it works. So your inner strength, you can do this. But, you know, if you're looking for people to always agree and give you what you want, we never get only what we want. We get what we need. And when what we want and what we need is the same thing, we think we did it. It was all written in before we ever drew breath in this life. And when we get what we need, but it's what we want, we think we've done something wrong. And that ain't it either, right? It's a hero's journey. It ain't much of a hero's journey without demons, dragons, vampires, villains, errors, and mistakes. But Course in Miracles says errors are meant to be corrected, not punished. That's not an exact quote, but the meaning has been paraphrased. I like it. Inner strength, very Scorpio. Let's get this Matt Kahn card down, because these work if you work them, and I would say 9 of Blades, all that mental here, looking at your inner strength and all of that, this could be very pivotally and positively helpful or something. Please take a nice deep breath. That's why I keep surrendering this like this. Still point. Ascended Master Override. A place for everything and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters of true love, what is the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, navigate the path of true love in the true love timeline for this timeless read? Liberating love, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Yay! Holographic, man. Liberating love. Now, what does liberating love imply? That love has not been so liberated. What's the opposite of liberation? Entrapment, enmeshment, slavery, right? All of these, this fear, right? You can totally be wrapped in chains of illusion. I call them chains of smoke, chain smoking, right? Where they look real, they feel real, but you just move past them, right? And they were never there. That's what illusions do. So this is our only bookie book read. And this is about a fairness, right? Absolutely allowing yourself, right? I allow myself, only you can allow yourself to receive all the fulfillment I am willing to give. All right, here we go. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. Sounds good. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, it becomes easy to accept, to forgive, and receive. Now let's stick a pin in that. It says right there, in the human condition, we are divine, eternal souls that came down here to play roles in the game called humanity, right? To anchor true love, to be more truly loving, empowered, and all of that. So when such actions seem exhausting, because it is, right? Because it is exhausting, it is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. Scorpios, come on. You're so intense on the inside, but I have so many Scorpios in my life. I know why you're not always so emotionally expressive about that stuff until maybe you hit boiling point or are really, really happy, right? When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to resume. There it is. That is the hermit right there where you are right now. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all, which means there's only one of us. There's only one life force. There's only one spirit, one God, one goddess, whatever you want to call it, right? This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself. Oh my God. Promoting self-realization self-realization, you can go back to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and say like self-realization, God realization, and upwards and onwards, and integrating the shadow, perfect for a Scorpio read, right? Because what is the shadow? It's stuff we don't want to look at, and we think we have like this personal shadow. We do to an extent, but then there's also the collective shadow, right? The underworld and all of that, and the river Styx, if you want to go there, as the subconscious. That's like our personal part, that journey. But as we heal the shadow, embrace the shadow, alchemize, whatever you want to call that, heal, essentially, and liberate our love, it is our fear that is holding us in chains, but then we alchemize it into love, right? 3 atoms in between lead and gold. Time, pressure, and heat. That's what it takes to do it. So, if you're new, we do what's called a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and summation, and then we'll talk about cool stuff if you want to chill for it. Ready? Last time for this reading. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see what comes out my mouth. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to take the hero's journey of the path of true love in this true love timeline, because they are coming from a place of quite a bit of water, which makes sense for a water sign. Pisces on the inner, some shifting, some changing, regardless of astrological placement, with the 10 of Cups there. An experience of true love in any way, shape, or form, maybe if it's solely within themselves, but was probably visible to others, unless they really kept that on lockdown, because where they are now is in a time of thinking. Definitely could be overthinking, but getting to the point, right? That critical thought, really zeroing in here, taking the time to pull back as the hermit. And time, chronos, where we get the word time from, Saturn, their boundaries in place. And maybe it is soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much, because where they're headed seems awfully worth it. With the witch, the magician on the inside, they have everything they need inside of them. Their alignment is there to take inspiration in the 8th chakra and ground it all the way down into manifestation in the root chakra and all of them in between. With the 9 of Cups, certainly could be a wish fulfillment, but it's also that place of self-love where that other cup will come and make it a 10 again, as they look to their inner strength, because they are stronger than they realize, and why not realize it, making it real, as they liberate love, allowing themselves to receive all the fulfillment that they are willing to give, so that they may experience directly the true love that heals all wounds, the true love that conquers all, the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. Just dropped into my head. Good old clairaudience. This could be a past relationship that was really, really good at some point, but time, space, difference, decades, whatever, that kind of brings it together for a wish to be fulfilled. So this could be a romantic read, but it's going to take a scorpionic inner strength, or a crosswatcher inner strength, to really feel the stuff and to really do the work and liberate love. I love it. It's a good read. If you find it helpful, hit the like button, the thumbs up, subscribe if you want more of me here. Just all of that stuff helps other people find the reading, and we're all trying to make this world better, right? Well, true love is one of the ways, but an incredibly powerful way. And if you want the deeper dive, please check out Patreon. I mean, we're doing such cool stuff there. It has been a wonderful medium, if you will. I'm not a medium, I'm a large, to put my work out into the world as a mystical artist and a spiritual teacher and just all that jazz. And you can shop in our store without being a subscriber. You can follow us for free, and I'm putting out content from my free followers pretty often. Sometimes it's advanced stuff that I put out elsewhere, and sometimes it's exclusive. You can only see that stuff, like audiobooks. Like I put Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, on there, our YouTube link, right? So they kind of get that stuff. I don't share that necessarily everywhere. You can follow us for 7 days for free as a secret or human. Kind of dip a toe, jump out the last day, it's fine. But if you want the significant discount on a private session, you got to stay for at least a month and book me within that month and then bail. It's fine, it's cool. We'll then become a free follower by all means. And I love the shop. And I love that we're on Spotify because of Patreon. It's just so cool. I love it. So if you're feeling it or if you're just interested, click the link, check it out. Look at the menu and come Patreon on Patreon because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. Just call me Mal. Don't take myself that seriously. And certainly, if you'd like to book me for one of them, they're private sessions. I'm setting up my office downstairs in my new home in Saratoga Springs. There's a video in the description box called Booking Private Sessions with Mal, whether we do it in person or whether we do it on video. What I do is a Zoom recording where I send you a Zoom link, you log in, whatever, we record it, the cards at the table, it's a conversation, so it's not just one person talking at you, you can ask questions and it's great. Then I send you the video link, you download it, and I delete it on my end, so you're the only one that has that because confidentiality is key. And that's one of the things I say in that they're booking private sessions with Mal. I took vows of confidentiality to my God, man. I ain't breaking those vows. Screw that. I don't have to reincarnate just for that. But it also explains what I charge, why I charge it, the Patreon discount, you know, how all of this works, how to book me and all of that. But the most important thing that I say, and I will die on this hill as needed, I have never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. That's not who I am. I would like to fulfill my sacred contracts in this lifetime and maybe incarnate somewhere else. I hear Uranus is lovely this time of year. Sorry, it's the Scorpio read that had to come out of my mouth sooner or later. So click the link and come book a private session with Mal, spiritual counseling or reading or whatever, because it's what I love to do more than anything else. And I love this reading. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff here, but with its challenges, because liberating love implies that something is not so liberated, not feeling so free, and that is always about fear. There's only fear or love. Those are the choices. So when it comes to loving, wise, empowered decisions, just choose love. Even if you can't choose love for not being able to choose love. It works. It just, you know, it's a journey. So thank you so much. I really hope this helped. And, you know, do this. You guys are the transformers because you're way more than meets the eye in a Scorpio. So hang in there. You got this. I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.